Good morning, Rednecks. This is Rusty McBride out here at the Mutty Pawz Ranch, burning a few more boxes. But yesterday I talked about the Aquaponics greenhouse, and this is the area where that will be going. I don't know if I'll go the full distance. May go half and half to start with. But this is it. Put a little gravel in here on top of this sand. And that's west, south, north. So the sun will be coming in from the south. On the back wall, I will have a heat sink made out of 55-gallon drums and water that will absorb the heat during the day, which will allow it to partially heat itself in the evening. And I'll also have a solar heater with batteries. Lights, pump will all be solar, and that will heat it up. And we'll have some fans in there for the winter, fans in there for the summer. Sorry, traffic's a little heavy today, but this is the area for the greenhouse / aquaponics. I'm going to probably grow catfish if I can get licensed through the state. Like I said yesterday, catfish are probably about $5 more a pound for fillets and tilapia. So we'll be growing stuff out here. This was an arena for the horses to actually ride in. They're old, so we don't ride them any. But that's it. Right on the other side of that tree is our property line. You can probably see here in a second the corner of the fence. The far fence, that's our property line. Right over here. Need to do something with this area also. Ultimately, I will do something out here. Trees. Right over there by that second tree is a graveyard for a few of our dogs. Yeah, I know it sounds morbid to people, but oh well. This is the back side of the horse stalls, the barn. We have all the horses out here finishing up their breakfast. They get their hay for breakfast and their grain and more hay for dinner. That's the area that I call the swamp, because in the winter it's a muddy frickin' mess. You can see the water a little bit out there without getting too close. Back in there, see the water. We have 2 full-size horses and 4 minis, a couple goats out there. The goats hang out with the horses. They love the horses, so they do better out there. Up here in this corner, Mother wants to make a duck pond. Try not to fall down. I fell down in the mud last night out here in the dark. But we're gonna have a duck pond along here for our ducks. I don't know if you heard the geese just fly over. The wild geese anyway. We got a couple young geese out here. tame ones. This is the front part of the property. Garden area. Now that I got the fence up, I'm not worried about putting my greenhouse out here, because it won't be messed with as much. It's the first. We got that finished about a month ago on that fence. It's made out of pallets. Nothing fancy. Don't need to be fancy. Just got to slow the good people down. This is where I spend a lot of time out here. One on the end, that's where the chicken coop. The brown one's the feed room. And you can see that hole. If I can get my finger in there. Right about in there. That's where the ducks and geese go in, and the chickens. They all sleep together. Frozen swimming pool. But finally coming a reality. I wanted to do a Wallapini, which is a partially underground greenhouse, but water table's too high out here. If I mentioned that yesterday, I can't remember. You dig down a foot, next morning it'll be full of water. Can't do that. There's an industrial complex across the road. We're about 2.5 miles out of town. East is town. So anyway, I'll keep it short and sweet this morning. And remember, God bless America. 2 to 3 harvests per year you can get out of a aquaponics versus one from a outdoor garden, especially in this area, maybe down south, but I hope to make it tall enough in the back to put some dwarf orange and grapefruit trees in there. So anyway, till next time, I bid you adieu. God bless you and God bless America.